Hi, this is Gary Saban, Senior Director of Product Management here at Impartner. We recognize that every channel business is unique, and those empowered by the Impartner PRM platform are constantly growing. As such, they're constantly changing. This is why the Impartner PRM platform includes an industry-leading workflow engine to allow for the constant incremental tailoring and optimization and automation of your channel business practices and scripting of the partner engagement that they have with your program. All events and actions are based off of objects or records in the system, an applicant, accounts, partners, users, for example. Each of those objects can in turn generate events through activity within the system. For example, a new partner can be approved, or a user can log in, or a new account can be created or updated. When these events take place, the system can be scripted or configured to take an appropriate action, such as sending a welcome email, notifying an admin, changing the actual fields or values on a record, or syncing to an external system. We can further segment and tailor the actions that are taking place in the system by using rules and filters. This will ensure that events and actions only take place under certain very specific scenarios. Finally, we can introduce timed events that allow you to specify that an action take place on a deferred basis, on a particular date and time, or on a date and time relative to the time an event takes place. For example, 30 days from the last time a partner logged into the system. Let's take a look in our admin console and review a few common use cases for the workflow engine that we see with high-performing partner programs. Let's begin with a very common workflow in channel management that's oftentimes very time-consuming and very tedious, which is the approval of incoming applicants for membership in the program. Now you notice that we include out of the box a number of pre-configured workflows. An auto approval workflow, which lets you set a number of criteria and filters to define which applications based on values in the application should be automatically approved so that there's no manual intervention required by channel management. And the inverse of that, which is automatic rejection. So for example, if I have partners coming in with personal emails, or they're associated with competing companies, or maybe they're coming from embargo countries, whatever the business reasons may be, I can automatically reject those without having to spend time filtering through them manually. Of course, I can always configure a custom workflow as well, and the one that we've configured here for demonstration purposes involves routing to various channel managers based on region. Now, this is a three-step process, you'll note, that has some sub-steps and rules within it. So the first step is to route for approval by region, based on whether it's a West Coast applicant, Central region, APAC, or just a catch-all default. The approval will be routed and sent to any one of these channel managers based on the filter criteria of their region and state. The second step, once one of these has been completed, is that the approval will then go to the VP of Sales for approval. Finally, step 3 is that it will be forwarded to Finance for final approval to be issued. Now, once we have these new partners onboarded and have approved their applications through the approval process, we'll want to set up various workflows that help script the activities that they take in the system and the interaction that they experience with the portal and with the program as a result of those activities. So let's take a look at an example of a workflow that's set up to be triggered once all of the training has been passed by a new partner. In this case, we can see that the filter is set up for a user. This is a partner that uses our portal and executes on update. So anytime this is updated, it goes through and will check for these filters whether or not this scenario has occurred. In this case, we've set the field to all training passed. So we want to know, based on any of the available user fields, we want to know when all of the training has been marked off as passed. So that's the workflow that will be triggering, and now we can set up a number of actions to take place in response to that event. So we're going to add an action and choose from the available actions. We can send an email, which is the obvious choice. We can also update the actual values of that record itself. We can send notifications, and we can even do a send to cloud, which is a feature that allows you to sync this data to third-party systems through APIs. So we'll take the object update, select that. We'll give this a quick name, called that gold update. And we're going to create it from scratch for demonstration purposes. So what we want to do here is actually update the profile for that particular partner to be gold. So we're going to find the tier field, a partner tier, and we're going to pick from available values, and we're going to select gold. I'll save that, and now our workflow is set up to trigger based off the user being updated to having passed all their training, and now among the other things that will be occurring with their contracts and other things in the action section, we now update them automatically to gold status. This illustrates just how easy it is for channel management to configure and update the PRM system behavior to adapt to their changing channel needs and tailor the interactions that partners will experience with their program.